Welcome back to marine biology for second semester. I wanted to go over some of the major topics that we're going to be studying and also the larger action research projects that we'll complete all throughout the semester. And then also just some reminders on deadlines and getting items turned in on time. So let's kind of start looking about what we're going to talk about first semester. So if we open up our modules, you'll see right at the beginning, I have the overview, which you must have found if you're watching this video. Also, you'll see a module for the Action Research Project. Right now, I just have an overview, but be aware I'll be putting smaller mini projects within that module. So you'll see different due dates for those mini projects that will appear, and that will kind of guide you through the whole semester until we arrive at the conclusion of that project. So with that basic idea, we're looking to kind of help some of the marine organisms that we're studying. So instead of just studying them on paper, which we're going to do, or through a MacBook screen or through your iPad screen, we're actually going to try to interact with those organisms and raise money or help with research to actually help some research groups that are out there working to try to save these organisms or create an environment for research so we can learn more about them. So there's definitely more to come on that project. It's the first time I've ever done this project, so you are literally my guinea pigs. But we're going to kind of work our way through to try to make a difference in the world. So you'll see that located second. After that, you're going to see that we're going to progress just like we did with the invertebrates, but this time we're going to go through the vertebrates that live in the marine world. So we're getting much larger than what we've seen before. So we're starting with some of our very basic ancient primitive fish, and then we'll talk about the different categories like sharks and rays, bony fish. We'll get into sea turtles, sea snakes, penguins, albatross, pelicans and gulls. We'll look at baleen whales, dolphins, some of our pinnipeds and manatees, my favorite category, the sea otters, the polar bears. And then after that, we're going to go super small. We're going to talk about the ecological organisms that kind of help with that marine environment and kind of keep things in balance. So we're going backwards toward bacteria, some of our protists like the algae and kelp, and then some of our plankton, and then the predators in the marine environment. Okay, the current topics will allow us to kind of finish up and conclude with that action research project. So there are definitely some things happening in the marine environment that could be counteracted or could be stopped based on research or just funding. So we will be talking about that last in our scheme of the marine biology class. So I hope you look forward to this semester with the different topics that we're looking at. We'll go through the same basic process of kind of taking notes in your notebook, looking at those important vocabulary terms. Feel free to use Quizlet to build those vocab terms, and then use an online notebook or a paper notebook to take your notes. We'll go back to collecting those randomly throughout the semester, so make sure you're keeping up on that. And it'll help you on your quizzes and tests throughout the semester. The Your Turn activities will be turned more into a discussion. So you'll see the discussion link located in that Your Turn area. Due dates are still the same, so they're still going to be the Sunday concluding that week by midnight. So most of us really got into a good rhythm of getting things turned in even earlier than the weekend started. You kind of started a little bit earlier in the week with your notes and your vocab, and then you were ready to work on assignments during that week so that you had the weekend free, or you could use that weekend to get started on notes for the next week. For others that were always running into that crunch time of Sunday, at 11:30, and you still had questions, let's try to refocus and kind of move things forward a little bit so that we can get things turned in by the deadline and we're not crunching that Monday morning to try to get things turned in. So really utilize that plan A through Z. If you can't get it turned into Canvas, you can always email me, you can always screenshot things, you can always put them on paper, but make sure you really utilize that plan. Okay, so let me know if you have questions. I'm here to help you.